Good afternoon. My name is Samantha Hudson. I am conducting an interpersonal communication project. This project will be referenced and based on Bridges Not Walls by John Stewart, 2012. Let's first define communication as Stewart does in our text, and he describes this process as continuous, it's complex, it's collaborative, and it encompasses verbal and nonverbal meaning making. Um, my overarching goal throughout this project and what I would like to improve upon for myself personally is empathetic listening. Stewart also encompasses within the text Carl Rogers in 1980, who presented and described empathetic listening as one entering the private perpetual world of the other person and then having the ability to thoroughly be at home with it. To start, we conducted a behavioral blend assessment. A behavioral blend is the sum of what an individual brings to the table. It contributes to everyone's certain behavior. It also takes in consideration factors including race, socioeconomic status, but all of these factors contribute to our own certain behaviors. After conducting the personality and behavioral blend assessment, I was taken how accurate many of the attributes were, along with many of the areas that I need to personally recognize and focus on improving. For my overarching goal within this presentation, again, I'm going to focus on empathetic listening, active listening, dialogic listening, responsiveness, timing. Many times it's difficult to empathize with many of the clients that I do see. I am a mandated counselor. Clients do not walk into my office on their own accord. They have been mandated by the court system to be there for whatever reason. So a lot of times the clients that enter my office feel trapped. They feel like the finger is pointed on them. They are already in a state of defense. So if I can engage empathetically, I am giving them the feeling that I'm not judging them. I'm there to truly help them. Stewart suggests in our text that empathetic communication should only include focusing, encouraging, and reflective skills. When we are actively listening, we are demonstrating interest in what the other person is saying. Our goal is to provide them with a feeling of self-worth, dignity, the feeling of importance, while also facilitating and strengthening the counseling relationship. It's very important to decipher between sympathy and empathy. As a counselor, sympathy needs to simply leave. It needs to walk out of that door. We cannot engage empathetically and treat our clients and build that relationship when we present sympathetic responses. We don't want our clients to feel pity or feel like we're projecting pity or sorrow onto them. We want to focus solely on that other person by viewing things in their perspective, understanding the person's feelings, and then communicating them back to them so that we're strengthening the relationship and building new meanings behind their adversity. So that brings me to communication barriers. I want my clients to feel as though I'm fully in tune with what they're saying. I want them relaxed. I want them feeling that they have the desire to talk. But one of the barriers that I have found and recognized through reflecting throughout the course is that many times I'm already a few seconds ahead of them. I need to stop and focus more consciously on refraining from solving their problems prematurely. Stewart tells us we tend to take previously referenced views through experience and then associate those views or assumptions onto others that we interact with. That brings me to dialogic listening. When I am too busy constructing a response and I'm within my own thoughts on how I'm going to treat this client, I am failing the client. I'm failing to understand their true meaning. As a counselor, this is weakening the relationship rather than strengthening it. Stewart tells us when dialogic listening works well, everyone involved understands each other to the point to where then the clients and the counselor can construct new meanings together and go beyond the individual or circumstance. As a counselor, when focusing on responsiveness, I should only focus on responding when appropriate. By practicing such self discipline myself, I am encouraging my clients to elaborate and disclose by avoiding the guessing game altogether. I don't want to think to myself that I may already know what the client is trying to say. I need to stop, listen, and receive the full message. The aim is to make our clients feel encouraged or empowered to find solutions to their problems independently. Self actualization is the main goal in the counseling field. We listen in a non judgmental manner and allow the clients the freedom to work out their problems themselves. There's many of resources and strategies that I found helpful. Active listening, paying attention. We always want to strive to actively listen to our clients, making a conscious effort to hear not only the words that they are expressing, but also, more importantly, trying to understand the complete message that's being sent. We can still utilize effective questioning skills. By doing that, we're asking the questions such as clarifying questions. How does that make you feel? If he or she comes in and behaves this way, what do you feel like? Encouraging them to elaborate. So, as an action plan and a Christian myself, I desire to enhance my counseling relationship through strengthening my communicative responses. Having such an awareness is critical to myself professionally as well as personally. Improving my response time while allowing the others to convey information before I am cognitively thinking of a response is vital. Burley and Allen, 1995. In conclusion, I would like to leave with this quote. The way you listen to and respond to others will strongly influence how they will respond back to you and how they will feel about your response. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful afternoon.